Okay, folks, we'll be starting off in a minute here. My co-host tonight, Stephen Bisset, on holiday in Belize, and so he with me for maybe about 2 or 3 weeks.
You sound like I live abroad.
We'll be there shortly. Okay, folks, good night. Welcome to another edition of the Real Talk Show in beautiful Lord's Bank Village. I'm joined here by my partner in crime. In the past, me and Bisset have done numerous cross country together. Crime Classic. We did we did the UCI Masters, UCI's Roque M&M's tour,
Tour.
the big UCI tour. Only UCI tour, but these are witnessed before UCI race. These are was done by M&M Engineering, and me and Bisset covered the race as well. So he's no stranger to me and him being on a podcast or on the mic, basically. He's like a brother from another mother. So I'm joined by my brother Stephen Bisset.
Thanks, fellas. It's a pleasure to be here. It's been a while that we sat together and talk about sports on a whole. No, I first want to congratulate you and Caleb, the producer technician.
Yes, sir.
And on your podcast, it's great to see where you have taken it, and I'm honored to be here with you and stuff. So let's get started, Pete.
Yeah, I'm honored myself, Bisset, to be having you with us. Bisset, I'm going to cover quickly the races that were held. We only had the guns last Thursday race. I think it was an open race, I believe. Let's go to the results quickly. And I thought the only two races was that race and the big race that was held. That was 187th edition visit of the guns Thursday race. First place went to Jairo Campos. Second was Devin Major. So this was an open race. The junior are only allowed to ride the junior race. Devin being a youth. D Wade was third. Skinny Vernon was fourth. Dejan Hyde was fifth. Warren Covey sixth. Eric Trapp seventh. I think Warren Covey would have been the first. No, D Wade is the first B, and Warren would be the second B. Eric Trapp was seventh. Stephen Cabral was eighth. Ninth was Caden Sarland. Jack Kirkley's son, no, very good.
Oh, nice. I didn't realize it was Kirk's son.
Yeah, he's very good. 10th was Ahmad Turrington. 11th, Sean Gordon. 12th, Red Bull Pratt. 13th, Gian Lovell. Alam mo, they say name is Gian Lovell, like Gian Lovell, Gian Lovell, one.
Yes, there's
That would be below.
He might, if he's not the baby, he's the second to youngest one, I think.
I see his name in the big race. Hell. So Gian Lovell was 13th. 14th was Joshua Rivas. 15th was Colin Mejia. He might be the third B. And going to the top 16 was Santi Castillo, being also the first 60 plus comes going to get 60 plus for each race. So nice. That cheer between Santi and Brother J.
They have their own battles.
They got no? Yeah. So yeah. That was the guns 187. This Thursday brings up the 188. Would be understand AB and AB race this coming Thursday. That's it. Bisset, quickly before we jump to cycling, let's just touch a little about football. Costa Rica came to our shows and gave us 7. Yes. I wasn't thinking 7, Bisset. I knew they were better than us. But I never. Well, I never thought. Do we got 7 because?
I wasn't thinking of 7. I mean,
we were looking good before.
Yes, we were looking good, and I know that the team was well organized by Charlie. I have to give Charlie a lot of credit, man.
Definitely.
Charlie did a lot of hard work. The team was looking good. I mean, I know it was going to be a tough match. I don't think.
Yeah.
To be honest, we all were hoping for Belize to draw or win.
Yeah.
But most of us knew the reality was that we more likely would have lost. But I think 7 was a little much. However, with all of the the
Lot of
rumors
things,
coming out and stuff.
Players don't get paid, and so about 4 or 5 days never play the game again.
Yeah, they quit or didn't or withdrew from the team, no, at the last minute.
Well, like FIFA must have suspended, huh?
Well, you see, they didn't come to the match. I think they might send some word to the federation. But people have to understand too, because I've heard people slamming Charlie Slusher, the coach, and that's unfair. Charlie only has his contract that him and the federation works.
Exactly.
Each player that is called to come have their own contract with the federation. Charlie Slusher, the coach, has nothing to do with when it comes to financing,
who get
paid and things. So that those quarrels.
That was unfair for them. Charlie.
Yes.
Charlie said basically some guys don't get paid. I think people think maybe Charlie made right over the federation and so, but
I don't think Charlie was honest to me in his interview, and he wasn't trying to throw nobody under the bus or anything. But Charlie is trying to make it known that Charlie, especially the coach, not have nothing to do with who get paid and who not get paid.
Yes, sir.
I am here to coach whoever shows up for training that the federation said is supposed to be there.
Yeah,
that's between them, and I think people must look at the big picture and understand that. And I hope that nobody tries to call for Charlie, because I don't have the statistics, but to my knowledge, Charlie is the winningest football coach we have at the national level.
And a lot of them become a lot of finals.
Yes, and then I win or draw a game. Yeah. Charlie, this is the first game he lose.
Yeah, first game he lose, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, we have to look at that, no? So I just hope that nobody not try.
So I know we don't, well, we participate, we not beat down our selection.
No.
But because so, I must say that I'm here Charlie talk already, so he says so like the guys, they never, because the touches Bisset, we don't look good, we can play better football like that.
Well, what happened to, you see, a lot of the guys, the new guys that came in at the last minute, the system, they're playing a different system, so it's they're trying to fit in, but they used to be.
Doesn't mean no more me, because I think that the new players coming from abroad and those are fitting now, also. Well, the money they are just money they are decided for opt out, and the money come from states and outside.
Well, I'm not sure where the guys that.
Yeah, my mind I'm saying they come last, they say they come this week.
No.
They come this week. I don't know.
What happened was guys that was in camp already. That I think some of them, I don't know if all of them, but some of them had played some of the previous games.
Okay, that's one.
And then somehow or something went wrong with between them and the federation, and they pulled out.
Yeah,
at the last minute.
Let me go to some stats. Bisset. I know that I don't think they played the shots. Belize only had 4 shots
on goal.
Costa Rica had 17 and scored 7. Shots on target, we had 1.
1 on
so
target.
even though we shoot towards the goal, we got over on the side. But towards for score, okay, only 1 we got 1 shot. Got towards the rectangle. Shots in goal, 12. I got 12 shots to goal. They scored 7. So they missed 5 going to the goal.
And they only took 17.
Yeah,
and they had 12 that were on target.
Yeah, so
they only missed 5.
Possession 23% Belize, 77%.
Ooh, that's big.
That position I'm talking about because like they say we beat the cross, we have failed.
Yeah.
So passes we had 145, we have 478. This is about touches. I know touches.
We had very little touches.
417, 500 touches. We said 58% pass accuracy. 87%.
Yeah, and that so that accuracy. Shows at 58. And we only had 145. We barely had 80 passes that went to the right.
The only thing we said we were returning at the fouls. They got 19 fouls, now we only got 9.
Wow. And you would have think it'd have been the opposite.
Yeah, I would.
With the score, right?
Yeah. Because then they press you more. Yeah. Yellow cards. They had 1. We had 2.
Wow.
Red cards. None of us had any. Our sides we had 2 and they had 3. Corners they had 8, and we had none. We don't get but we never cards because we
weren't aggressive.
Yeah, we have to forget corners.
Yes, we weren't.
So that the heads up starts to come. So I just don't think they never. I don't think they never play the ball the way I say play the game. And they touches. So And if you don't got touch with Bissett, he has show too at the end of the results. He has show set some
And the
more.
return match is this week.
I don't know
I
when
think
the
it's this
return,
week. I think it's
Costa Rica.
yes, in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, we still standing strong behind our boys.
Mhm,
You know, we hope and we think we'll get a better performance on the second leg and stuff. And keep going, boys, and we stand behind you.
Definitely.
And all the best, Charlie. Charlie, a good friend of both of us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And stuff. So we cheer and support Charlie, and all the best, fellas. Safe travels.
Federation,
and safe game.
try get up together and try get them 5 by when they play, try get them by back on line and make everybody the bond make a with the bond line. I say five man no play. I believe you had the 5 man no go on again because they never come up with the money. We don't know the money business.
No,
I not get the money, but want to try fix that.
And I think too, from both sides, no, from the players and the federation, we have to start to realize contracts Palace is binding, and we have to start to hold that. So that once you get a call up, you sign a contract on the initial call up.
Yes,
Not wait till we're going that this game now. Because people have to understand sometimes you play big teams like Costa Rica and sometimes you play smaller teams too. So, the contract has to be done before the call up, and we sign at the call up.
Yeah.
Now wait till the last minute and thing and so on. And the contract
That's why I was asking that, and I did actually that if they don't sign contract back already,
right.
You know, sure born if suspend or whatever.
Yeah, because if it's, and that's what I'm saying, if you have a good contract, it's binding, and one of you, I'm not saying who did what, who was wrong and who was right. That is for the courts to decide. But at the end of the day, there is a penalty to somebody, and they have to be held accountable for what transpired. No, so
they should.
Yeah.
We said behind us, this is the rumble in
the tropics.
I mean, that jungle for the tropics.
Now the rumble in the tropics.
And so that was a race sponsored by BTB. I think the Minister Mala. But I must say right now, before we go, that cabinet has been picked, and personally, I believe I just love the pick for Minister of Sports.
Right.
I love Mr. Mala. I love his love for not only cycling, but you see, always BTB always is sponsor at events, sporting events,
right?
Which shows that I personally think, as I mean, I know bash the last minister, but I'm not sure if he may actually know sports and thing, man. So
yeah,
I'm glad that the Prime Minister picked Anthony Mr. Mala for Minister of Sports. I think this 5 years, I think sports going somewhere. I think in this 5.
We should.
And look away.
And I think he has the basketball player Devin DLA.
And he's a basketball player and he's junior minister. As
his junior minister in that ministry in sports. Yes, so I think that should work. Being that both of them are not saying that I don't really know the previous minister if he was an athlete or not. No,
I don't know.
And so on. So we hope that will go well. But the big race on Sunday.
Well, they said
getting ready was rumble in the tropics.
They said I must say it was a phenomenal race. They said it's been a while since the Belmont Classic. I mean, that never had.
No.
The Valentine Tour never had neither to me because some people never show up.
Right.
The Alfred Parks.
Was a solid race.
Alfred Park be better to me than the
Belmont
and the
Digitour.
The Creme Classic was great as well.
Yes.
And this race came down. They said, "Come down to the wire." They said, "You want to know who I win?" They said,
"Right."
They said, "Come down to the wire. I don't know who I win." Most of the guys, they said, at the gap separated themselves. After the gap, all the main players was
together.
Yeah, the main players didn't really get left. The gap had to chase and things like that. They're wrong.
Right.
We have small gaps, but
yeah, but they all came when they got to basically Belmont Pan. The big players that you were thought would be there were there, all of them.
Along with a few more.
Yes. And then you had, not really an upper you.
Who is it?
You had Sean Kant was missing.
Okay.
Remember, because now they came across when Chap got flat.
Who else do you think was missing?
You had Sean Cad was missing there. Who else came across? Well,
Heno may across.
Heno came across
Heno was
with him.
there.
Bob
Bobby done there.
was there. Liam was there.
Yeah.
No. Bob wasn't there neither. Bob came across with them too. Because it was six. It was six going into Belmopan.
Bob was there too, and then they separate man, and then that's 6 gone.
No.
Then
But what I'm saying,
across with Chow.
right, going in when basically to me what I call coming out of the hills was Belmopan. Once you got to the Belmopan roundabout, you could say you come out of the hills. At that point,
But Bob is there?
Bob wasn't there. There was 6 guys there. There was Jiven. There was Kiros. There was Goran.
Bubbles?
No, Giovanni Lovell.
Okay.
And Derek Chavaria. And one person, who am I missing?
You said
And Carlton Robinson. So that was the 6.
What about your brother? No, Justin Jr. Conquers.
No, Justin Jr. was there. You're right, Justin Jr. was there. There was about 6 of them there. Then Derek got punctured coming out of Belmopan, right? So leaving 5 guys out, right? And then by the time
Driving may run off 40 chase driving.
right.
That's why I'm fair with you.
Because remember now, after coming across Armenia, Giovanni Lovell jabbed everybody and he was running. And then they caught Giovanni just like Belmopan side. And then Jiven win.
Yeah, Jiven
win. So Jiven was out when Chav got punctured.
Yeah, Jiven, I knew that Chav started.
Right. So, like I said, that group, you had the bigger players were there at that point. And then you had the puncture of Derek, and then Derek brought, while coming back, he brought back.
What's him back now?
Him back.
That 12 man in front, no. So
no, it was 5, and then they bring 7.
They bring 7, no, because that's 12 right in front there.
Yes, because you had Derek, you had Bob, you had Liam, you had Sean Cad, you had Jiven. Not Jiven, GLN Busenyo, and Carlton. Because remember, Carlton was marking, so Carlton came across with them. So that
I don't know how we about the Carlton,
well, from that's the way I understand.
So
that group came across.
Same catch
5 and like 12.
2 man left at Zoo.
Yeah, Baba and GLN got left.
Yeah.
Leaving the 10 that came from basically Zoo all the way into Tong.
They reached 10 Tong.
Those came to Tong, that 10. And let's go through the 10. You had...
First place?
Yeah, let's go, let's do it like that.
First place,
Goran Gabriel.
Second was Jiven
Gonzalez.
Carlton.
Carlton Robinson.
Derek
Chavaria.
Lovell.
Giovanni Lovell.
Jocelyn Jr.,
Liam Stewart, Heno Moreira. Sean Cad.
Sean Cad after Chav, 7.
Yeah.
8.
Yeah, Sean Cad was 7.
Moreira 9, and
Liam Stewart was 7.
8.
8, sorry.
8.
9th was Heno Moreira, and 10 Oscar Quiros. That's the top 10 there. And those are the 10 guys that came from Zoo to Tong.
A lot of fireworks have been set in a race between 29 and Tong. So two man left.
Yes.
The attacks when they go on.
Definitely. There were multiple attacks.
Charlie, second puncture that Rockville.
Yes.
The Rockville. And then I see Carlton the Fallon. I know the Fallon for the first one. I know
my understanding was his instructions was.
But I don't know.
Let me put it this way. In the interview I saw with Carlton Robinson, he said that his job was to mark Derek Chavaria, and then he was also supposed to win. However, when they came on the boulevard,
but that's my problem. I'll tell Bubbles again. Bubbles are my boy when I say what that. And I must go tell him that in a race visit. You know, for Mark Hammond, that when you get punctured, you stop where and come back where.
I agree with
If
you.
man stop on people or something, man, all you have to do is
You,
if he stop,
you continue. Just not go burn out
the
yourself.
man have to pass
You
for go.
For win.
Wait,
So
if you get bung shot,
I agree. I totally agree.
Here when you have one more because if you don't know, when you drop back where Chav,
You have to chase.
Chav have to chase and they go 22. Where you should stay there 22 miles an hour. Chav come back 25.
To
So
get
Chav come
22.
3 miles an hour faster. Forget that. Chav the burn energy, but you also
That's burn more energy
so
than need be.
you should do 22. Make Chav burn 25. So when you get a cars, though this is why I don't know. I can't understand how bubbles on father travel from mile 35 or mile 40 to be these, and when you get that tongue and drop the bomb, you got no. It is better be said he never follow, and when you last 2 miles, our father for 2 miles to be these now.
Well, remember
That the follow too far. Be said you.
I agree.
I don't see people they follow people like that. Be said in a race when the race they come to the last kilometers and stuff, they follow because especially if you somebody who like lance attacks, they want to get behind you. But I got my 40 be said you the follow man. Man, you puncture you jump back.
I don't know that. I don't know that was according to the interview. I'm talking about the interview. I do not know more than the interview of Carlton Robinson after the race. He said,
only the Carlton,
you have to mark your job have to mark Chav. Right? Now
so maybe Carlton never know who mark then.
Well this I think I don't know if when they tell him mark Chav mean that you stick with the man if whatever you stop the whatever, right? I don't know what was his directive, but in my opinion, if I had to mark somebody, I had to mark you, but the minute you puncture, you stop, I don't follow you. I go ahead of you. You have to pass me.
Pass me for
figure win. So and when you pass me, and that's it.
Yeah. So
but
I don't believe that are the way in a cycling for Markman.
Right, but I don't know.
My humble opinion.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm talking from the interview that I heard with him. Now, I look at the race, and I have some issues that kind of catch me. And because I heard after the race, some guys were complaining. Some of the 10 were complaining that they thought there was one more lap. And
they could know it. That's one number.
Hold on, P. Make I explain this to you. And this is where I think the federation needs to look at. Their thing was we were doing 3 laps on the boulevard, right? Now, let me explain how I know a lap goes, right? Once you enter in, when you come around and you meet the finish banner, that's when the lap starts. So now if you look at it, they never do 3 laps. Because when they came in, remember Derek Jocelyn Jr. had attacked them on
closer to finish.
Closer to Sandcast and came in by himself and he passed the banner first. But they gave him because they gave station prizes for first and second lap. They gave him that as the first lap. Then by the time they came around again, go and win the second lap, and then go and come out and win third lap. But they're not third lap. You understand?
So the prize give?
They give out the prize like that, but that is not correct. When you come to the finish banner, is when the lap starts. Because you're finishing.
Because you're not finished a complete lap.
No, you're not correct. And that is it. And that is where some guys were saying, hey, you think one more lap.
I told them before.
And they never had a bell or nothing to signal this is the final go.
I thought they did.
They didn't have a bell.
But they should have been. I thought about that last week. I said this. Never know how to go on the course and anything.
And this is
when you guys said, Stephen Bisset, if I go the first lap and I call, when they say I start now, you know, be unless you are saying Bisset, as a cyclist in the past, when they tell me 3 laps and I come and reach it, I don't come and I say 2 more. Or you say when I reach it, it's about 3 more after that.
When you reach to because now according to the 3 laps with the sprint, right? So that means the banner, the finish line is where you start to count. So when 1, 2, and 3, but then call and then then come in, and as they touch they come back as one. But you're not going wrong yet.
So they don't feel up. They
Two and three quarter, 2.5, whatever you want.
So you're saying that maybe they should do 3 and 3 quarter?
So that's what it is. Anytime you are going to do laps, whatever is the finish marker, that is where you start to come. When you pass that, is your, and you come round one.
You start coming when you
at the finish line. They start to come from the middle, then jump in and
just finish up the 3 and 3 quarter laps.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is where some guys were lodging a complaint.
But I'm trying to see from this, I may see somebody with a paper.
Well, they had a flag to the end, but what happened now? But we never had a bell or nothing. I don't know if, and then they would have station price. So I don't know if that and station price for the lap he wave for.
That bell might help.
But the bell, pegeling, when you, it's just like when we used to finish in a national stadium. When you come and they all are stop you, they are pegeling. We used to have one of them old school bell.
Big school bell.
Yes, but one of those they should use.
Pegeling, me, I tell you.
Yes, and then you know, okay, what the one when I come again this side. But it comes back to fault on both sides, the rider and the federation. But you see, to me, I know that in our old days, when you had technical meeting, you just go in person and sit down. Now I understand that Zoom and different thing, and only certain people they allow on, and they think they're not right. They have to.
Those like this again, the managers.
Yeah.
And then some managers that can't relate to the riders.
And some managers not sharp when it comes to all of anything there.
For clarify that.
Yes, to clarify that. And so I know that was an issue too. And then one more issue that I want to really address. I'm not sure if it was the federation or the minister or the tourist board. They did a lovely job on a wooden podium.
But pretty.
It was pretty. However, man, let's all remember that when you are doing a podium, the even numbers are always to the right of the winner and odd numbers are to the left. We had the numbers cross and then we put the man name cross. So if somebody just see the picture, they think that Jive encountered and Bubbles going second because of the position, right? So we have to correct.
Oh, so they had third on the right of the
right. They had third on the right of first place instead of second, and then third on the left.
Oh,
right.
Mix up the whole. So they add numbers end up on the right.
Yeah. So like Bubble, if you just look at the picture as a person that knows a podium,
like I want to think that one there.
You want to say, okay, who the on the right of the man, he comes second and that one comes third, but no, it's the opposite way. And things. So we need to clarify to make that correction.
So
but
the podium may have the podium
had a placket out of wood too, and they had it wrong way.
Oh.
They had it wrong way on the wooden thing, and they line up the man name.
But wrong way too.
Well, depends how you look, Panica. They put them on account to the podium way wrong, but if you the person when know cycling and know, and then not only cycling, Peter, all podiums. If you know podiums, to the right of the top step is always an even number. So you'll be second, and to the left one be third.
Yes.
And then if they have more, you'll be the fourth one be on the right, and the fifth one be on the left.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And that's how it should be. So that is.
Fix that, though.
They need to fix that, but it's a beautiful podium. I must.
Hey, man, it's a pretty thing.
Yes, they're nice, really nice, and I was proud to see that. And the next thing I want to touch to P. We've been doing races quite a bit, and so on. I mean, I don't want to give nobody no free ads for your podcast, but one of these beverage companies or so must could come to the federation and have a tent and some chairs and things so that when the athletes they finish the event, like the guys that's going to be on the podium, that they go to this tent and there's drinks, and that's where all the media can come and question them, because
guys they doing is like they look for man.
People look for man, and then you have and then what happened to the riders? They don't beat up, and then they got 5 different people come and ask them the same question and ignorant, and then people say, "Why is this going bad?"
In interviews, by everybody interview one time.
Yes.
They got 5 back front of you.
Yes. So you're not to get the same question over and over and get frustrated and so on. No? So if we could tighten up on anything, make a big difference, no? And so, but I really enjoyed the race.
Look at the game they play already.
Oh, so then tonight, tonight is a football game.
They don't have 3 power.
Oh my!
Few.
And at the half, or
that's it.
They not give you on time. So we're sad to report
that we're done through. When game play Friday.
Yes, Friday. Yes, it was Friday night.
But don't play game already.
I know. Yeah, today is Tuesday. Yeah, because remember now, international FIFA they have 1 week of what they call international break. No, so all no local things are going on. Nowhere in the world. International break that for everybody.
Okay.
Right? And that's why, I think that's something that the federation needs to do, that every time we have an international break, we should have a game. Our national team, either they under 23 or so on, should be playing. That will give us more exposure, more, togetherness. Guys get used to one another and so on. Because when you have guys playing for different teams and playing different parts of the world, it's tough. It's a big ask.
Bisset, in terms of teams, I think I will go on record and say it's so look like Anthony Marla Digital Alliance team rode the best race to me on Sunday. We can rephrase that. They didn't ride they did, apart from Carlton, the marking there. They had, first of all, they put more riders in the break. They had 3 or 10. And Heno,
Goran and Carlton.
G4 had 2.
Jiven and
Derek. They got some unfortunate punctual one even in the break. How we coming to the finish and so I can't say them right, but then
no, and you can't say that. That's why I was going to say that. But to me, both those teams rode very well.
Yeah, the 2 teams rode well.
The 2 teams rode well because remember now when Derek was coming across, Jalen and then put in a lot of work. Put a lot of work in. So that kind of reduced the numbers. But to me, what
the other team, they said none of the show up. The Valvoline team, none of the show up that way for Kyrus to me, and Team Lovell. Team
Lovell have no too much riders.
So I'm just saying that Kyrus, I think I don't know. He's a killer. He's a champ. He have to know that he gains the world.
He can't be dependent on too much.
Lovell have to know that he gains the world too. So to me, Kyrus and Lovell to me, they may push pace there early pace. I don't know if Kyrus and Lovell need to push that though. Like when Chav Pong said, like they decide they want whole lot Chav to be these. I don't know if we need for that because
you got Jive there, and that's some of the decisions that I was looking at.
If all our push pace like that, the man like Jive is young man more big too or no?
And to me, what I thought they should have done was when Derek was punctured and Jiven was alone, they should have went to Alliance and said, Uno have the number. Uno had 2. They had 2 at that time because Bubbles hadn't come Carlton. I'm trying to stop calling people by their nickname and call them by their
Bubble.
Well, I'm doing that for two reasons. Because one, I've really sat and thought about it that sometimes the nicknames are given to them. It's not their choice of nicknames. Yes, they just somebody just because he used to right, and they gave it to him, and I don't know if it's a name that he accepts willingly or not.
Yeah.
And the second thing why I really don't, I'm trying my best to call people by their given name is because when we have to remember now that these podcasts and these races are seen around the world. And if somebody sees somebody that they say, hey, I might want to give him a run or something, it's better and it's easier for them to track down Carlton Robinson than to track down Bubblehead or whatever. No, you just using that as an example. No, so that's what I'm trying to correct myself on doing.
So I'm saying that the last race I got off by my team. Even get back to the minister and said Palace has been hard on the team. I think Mala may feel make a Mala. I think he and I upset though. The way they rode last race. No, this race I must tell him they rode a much better race. Yes. And hence you got 139.
Right.
139.
And I tell you something, the man that really was impressive was Heno.
Heno, boy.
We
don't Heno. I don't know if they win it, boy.
No, because Heno without the one spell, Heno out there by himself.
But also though, when Chav gone to Jocelyn Jr., Baby Chav up on the pace. But I could sit down on false space. I don't know if Baby Chav will catch a bigger brother. So on false space. Heno said that because if you don't see that quick, you don't give up. You don't say that and you start chasing like before you double along Boulevard the chasing because Chav would have gotten a bigger gap. I know some of them may have forced to jump across for try get a Chav, but actually as catch Jocelyn that then go and attack out and he and Baby Chav win.
And then Baby Chav had another flat.
Again, the foot flat.
Yeah.
Baby Chav
you need to change that.
Kaleman, look at so good time for the boy, man. Sponsor Glenn. Look at so nice time. So, but look at some parallels. I don't know how. We said I've seen that once, man. 4 pump service in one race.
But I remember Alfred Parks one, yeah.
That a flat.
Boy, Alfred Parks, the one of the year where he win. I forget that which one. I think.
Is he he won too? He won the year when he gets so much pump shot.
Yes. Because my Palace I remember he take about 6 pump shot.
They got the pump shot, but then he win the year.
No. Parks win. The year that Parks get a lot of pump shot, he win. I don't remember that which year, but he win.
Mommy said, "Is one pump shot or
done." Palace sometimes certain race. I remember a race, I don't call a race or whatever. I get pump shot down. By the time I vehicle go, but they jump out, and I call it in there. Jumbo, right till my friend.
What are you saying?
Just make space, make I could get in. The speed of the race and the time they take to get to me, I know my race done. I call it. But
so Baby Chav was
phenomenal.
It was 4 pump shot
and still came in.
Goran Gabriel was Rhoda Bisset. But in my view, Goran Bisset to me, he is still too big though. I don't know if you go on because my coach Bob Bela said that them big guys will ruin you in the longer races. I don't know if Goran could continue to push them there in a 130 miles race because we said everybody got 180. Goran.
But Pete,
look like slow motion now.
But I can tell you something though. Because they have two things and both are for the same team. I have heard people complain that they think Carlton Robinson spins too much. And then some people complain that go and ride to big yeah. My thing is both ways. You would want the spinner to go heavier and you'd want the pounder to go lighter. However, at this point and this time, don't start now. That is something you start messing with after the season, going into another season. Don't do that in the middle of a season. That would be my suggestion.
So and then stick it up the gear.
Stick with where you know, my
So
friend.
go and
Stick with where you know. Stick with where you know for right now. If you want to test that out and work with that, wait till next season. When the season finish, you have a period.
Because some of the rev in a blank races go heavy. But some of the big girls can't go like back.
No.
When he done, it can't
He
go
done.
done.
Done. When he
Now
done, he done.
When teach me my old coach, I know I just think, but maybe next year he have the.
You all do it during the off season, as we would say.
Yeah. He play big girls, Bisset.
Yeah, but look where he started and the training he started with. Remember, he come out of Rekat down the big gear man too.
By the way, I'm saying, man,
I said that. No, the man said that he's getting fine tuned and he's going to be ready. That's what the man tell me.
But props to Rekat Bisset because Goran.
No, he back.
Rekat for baby.
There's certain people that I have to give big respect to. Justin Chavaria Sr.
Yeah, he bringing
people don't realize not only his children,
but other people.
He has brought out quite a number of very, very good cyclists here in Belize. Ray Catus has brought out all his children and his nephews and nieces and turned them into things. So kudos to them, both of them.
I'm getting pop.
And people don't realize this. Fellas, back because I mean I have a lot of gray hair, so you could know how old I am. But back in the days, I remember there was a magazine called Winning, and I was away, and I went into a bicycle store and I found the Winning magazine, and I'm turning through the Winning magazine, and who pops up? Jocelyn Chavaria and Melvin Torres. They were doing a course in Colorado.
Okay.
At the United States Olympic Training Center.
That one was when they got that
Olympics 80. See, you make a call on holiday, yeah.
84.
Yeah. So it was 83 or 84, somewhere around there. And Chav took what he learned there and brought home. And that is great to see. And congratulations, Jocelyn Chavaria Sr.
Senior as well,
yeah. And the boys and the girls too, because both of his girls have ridden well too.
We got girls
too, yes. Kaya
and Gabi.
And Gabi, that's what I'm saying. So they have passed it on through and
kudos.
And kudos to both of them.
We said we have to give kudos also to the sponsor. Kind of about the classic. When they prize them and give them money, like Alfred Park, not to me, but the classic yet. Then in that, them money when they give only the car classic, West up $800 or $900, and the G2 they give 1,000. Well, I don't want to hear that. Alfred Park, in my eyes, are classic, and this first rumble in the traffic, they price it, classic.
I differ slightly. I am glad and I believe you me. I would pray and hope that they continue and they give more, right? However, I say that I would like a race to be at least 5 years in thing. No,
I think that the federation say 5 or 7 years,
right? Before they make it a classic. However, I also want to say this: that the federation has to really, and now with the new minister, I hope they will do it, is sit down, Palace, and bring all these clubs and stuff together and come up with one system, right? And I heard the minister in an interview say that he is pushing at the government level for all equipment for sports to be duty free, and he's pushing that for tax breaks for people that donate to sports.
I am told this. I have to check it. I check my laws and I'll come up next week. I was told that government don't pass the law for January for that $30,000 tax break to companies sponsoring sports. That one don't pass.
But see now, Palace,
I'll look into that.
I'll show you something though, and this is where I am trying to I'm not part of the federation. Let me make that clear and so on. These are just my opinions and my opinions, okay? I'm trying to say that the way if we get everybody under the same umbrella, because you see how our classics like Belmont Plan and the DJ is younger than Belmont Pan, but Belmont Pan is quite old.
44.
Right? If we do it the right way, the classics, the money will be spread more correctly where your classics will be paying the money that you want them to pay. They should be the bigger races. And that's what you are saying. Right? But if you do it and set it up the right system. Go ahead.
How do you get the bank classic paying $1,000 to pay? That's what the sponsor is paying to match Alfred Parks at 2,500 wow, rumble in the tropics for 5,000. How do that know?
No. This is my idea. If the government allows, according to you, $30,000.
Yeah, that's what I was told.
Right. I think the government need to make sure that they're doing the write-off the right way. Because what happens now is companies are donating to the federation and they are donating to these clubs and so on. To me, not mashing no club or nothing, but a club should never get what a federation is getting.
You get most of them, is it? No. Wait. The club are having races that are giving better prizes than some of the classics.
Because the clubs are getting more from the donors, from the sponsors or donors, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
But to me, the way it should be is that the government will allow tax write-off. If somebody donates to the federation, and I'm not just talking about cycling, I'm talking about any sport, to the federation. If they are donating to the federation, they get 100% write-off of whatever they donate.
Okay.
If they donate to a club or grassroots stuff, they get 50% write-off or something like that. Right? That way, the federations that are responsible for development, responsible for sending our athletes abroad and so on, they will get the bigger amount. Hopefully, because it's up to the sponsor to say, well, I don't like the federation or whatever, I gonna donate just to grassroots. Okay. That is up to them. Yeah. But they won't get as big as, you understand? Because what happens is the federation too needs to sit down and really budget themselves. Because the federation go to a sponsor and they say, boy, yeah, I want sponsor this classic. However, I want to be a sponsor by myself, but I only give you 5,000 or 3,000.
Yeah.
The federation needs to say, if you want to be, this race needs to be $10,000. I'm just using numbers, $10,000. For you to be the sole sponsor, you have to come up with 10. If you come up with 5,000, you are the platinum sponsor. But we are finding other sponsors to join. If you want to be the only man, you have to give me the whole thing. And that is what's happening. The federation is selling themselves short. They just go and say, well, Mr. John, that you sponsor the race, how much you willing to give me? We can't be like that no more. We have to go and say, we need a minimum of this. We would like more. But for you to be the sole sponsor, this is the minimum you can. And that would work.
All right. Now, in respect to, well, it's a start because I was thinking about like 50,000 right now, but maybe 30,000 I want to start with it.
I mean, that is something for the financial gurus to really look at. I mean, I think 30,000 and a lot in Palas because now if they say,
who's the sponsor team for Bisset?
Why was cycling team? You run good money. I mean, I don't have a budget in front of me, but you're talking good money. And then, say, if you only allow them, they only get $30,000 write-off. For the smaller companies, but the bigger companies, 30,000 is nothing for them. And they might just say, well, we want to take we only write off 30, we only give 30 to John Brown for whatever they do. And that's it. Then he go punish you. They need to say that.
You will give the right now, the least they can give.
Yeah.
Bigger companies.
Yes. So to me, they should say the most you can give, you can give as much as you want to give.
Mm-hmm.
For you to get a write-off, you have to give a minimum of 30,000 for the year. Something of that sort.
Oh, I get it. So even if the last,
because if I will 30 and give out 30 and then I'll give out no more.
Yeah.
But if you tell me for you get a write-off, you have to give a minimum of the man never said 30, so people use that spell.
Yeah.
A minimum of, let's say 10,000. We're just using numbers, folks. 10,000. But you will give, if you give more than 10,000 for every amount more, you get write-off. But if you give less than 10, you're not getting no write-off.
Yeah.
Right? So that you work it up to that, that way there. To me, there is no top to it. They should be endless. You could give as much. If you want to give $1 million to sports and write it off, go ahead. Give $1 million and we are write off that for you. Mm. But you can't get a write off unless you give a minimum of 10,000.
Because for company like the company Sankas, say, I prefer give sports $1 million than give the government.
Yeah. Well. That he's a sportsman, so he might look at it that way. And
because we're still going to pay.
Yeah, because
either government and get it, or sports and get it.
Yeah. So and to me, if the sports are getting the money, and they're getting the write-off, they will get the money. Right now, the sports are struggling.
Yeah. Cycling is struggling for sponsorship. Apart from thank God Mala bought this team. That team Alliance team they struggled to before Mala took over.
But look at it this way too, Palas. You have to look at this too. What happens with us in cycling is the only sport that is strict by donation. Cycling has no means of generating.
I think so. Only cycling?
Only cycling. Softball, you all pay for go in. Basketball, you pay for go in. Football, you pay for go in. Volleyball, you pay for go in. Ping pong, you pay for go in.
Yeah.
All other sports, then could charge you at the door. We don't have no door. That's why I always...
We can get... Quickly, we can get back to the track.
Well, this is the thing, Palace. And this is, like I said, my opinion. The track in National Stadium, I pray and hope that they fix it. However, I don't see that track being able to host one big game, one cross country, or one big event. But
50 man come in trouble.
I think that we need to fix the track because of times has come that Belize has quite a bit of vehicle population. And kids can ride them. You can't ask one 7-year-old for go ride from Princess Margaret Drive.
Yeah, so
it's unfair to the parent and it's unfair to the drivers. You right? So Marianne Jones would be a nice place for kids. And that's why I say I pray that they fix that. But that can't be for cycling to generate that income. I think cycling needs a velodrome, a real velodrome. Now, the question is, do we need a wooden velodrome or a cement velodrome? I would more think on a cement velodrome to start with. Because a wooden velodrome is very hard to maintain and stuff. You have to be air conditioned and a lot of stuff.
Yes.
I think the reason why I say we need a velodrome so that we can have track races because Belizeans have natural speed. That's one. Two, with a velodrome, it is a multi-use facility. We can generate income for cycling by leasing it out for events and so on. And with our track racing, we can charge for people to come in to see. And this is the thing. So these are the things that I think we need to do. Like I always remember, we always talk about this, that we hope and pray for that. I remember one time our past president told me he went to one of these congress for UCI, right? And he said the president of cycling told him, he said, Mr. President, do you know what the budget for FIFA is? And he said, no, sir. And he called out a number like, I'm just using numbers. I'm not, don't quote me on a number. 60 million US a year. He said, and you know what the budget for cycling is? 6 million US a year. So I asked our president, I said, what did you say? And the president said, man, I was flabbergasted. I didn't say anything. I said, Mr. President, you fell short.
Yeah, right now.
If it was me, I was going to say, I don't play football, I ride bikes. How much of that 6 million I can get? And that's where we have to be. I always say, whenever our president or anybody from the federation goes out, we should be carrying a pamphlet with the velodrome that we want and be passing it out.
We go be Kalasa, Leticia, and the general secretary and the president. Then flowers sat at the table with the boy. You say president.
Yes, because they every year. No, not only them, every year that when worlds are on, that is when the international congress is, and that is when I'm saying that when we go, we must carry a big. Our suitcase should be full of none but pamphlets and folders showing that this is what we need and this is what we are asking help for.
Yes, but we don't seem to like beg away.
We only beg at home.
Oh man.
We have to beg outside.
Because
but you see, when you're begging outside, you have to have a plan, no palace. We can't go and say, boy, we got Bella and the man they look at you, how much you need, how much land you have, where you have, we have no plans. No, we need everything. No, you can't go like that. You know, we have to be more organized.
Yes. Big plan for that. Yeah.
Yes. We don't got the land. We don't have the drawings. We don't have the I keep saying
we can't go every year that you say with you, Mr. You say, and no big
and that is my point. But Palace, and it's not only for cycling and folks. Because you know who I have a fault to it? The Olympic
Committee?
Yes, Palace.
That's what Olympic Committee.
Olympics has been here from 1960 something. When Olympics was in Mexico, when Sonny May and them was the first people that ever went to Olympics with these 60, 64, 66, somewhere in there, right? Anyhow, so we've been then over 60 years, Palace, we have been member of Olympics. What do we have to show from the Olympics other than what we just got the other day, the Ned Pitts building? How many times did me and you go to Salvador to race?
Couple times.
How many Olympic different facilities did we stay at? 2.
Yeah.
Right? Remember the one that was the first one that was kind of run down, and then we went to the big swimming pool. And this is what I'm saying. But see, like my idea would be this: Olympics should get with the government. Yes, you hear everybody say you go to train in altitude. Our altitude, Palace, yes, we only can use what we got. Free altitude, the Pine Ridge, okay? We are just spent money paving the road to go to Caracol and opening up Pine Ridge. This is the perfect time for us to build free Olympic Village. Palace, and not only for sports, but we could utilize it with our school, with UB. UB has hospitality programs, we have chef programs, we have nutrition programs, and all of that. So we build a big facility like the one that we went to Salvador, which is a big hotel type thing with our Olympic size swimming pool. And they utilize that not only for sports. Remember the government utilize that for when they have conferences and everything. So these are the things that the synergies we have to start to look at. Because Olympics been here for over 60 years, and all we have is in Ned Pitts building. We need something more than that.
They must go to Olympic too and not the big year too.
Yes. Then just go for sit down. Yes, man. We know how to blast.
You know, blast.
And then to me also is if the new minister, I would make a suggestion to him. You were part of it, and
he's a great
a listener.
Yeah,
I think so, and he always likes ideas.
Yeah.
Try and bring back the Belize games. I think
I mean,
that was a good thing if we can start that up. And minister, my suggestion.
91 and 93.
We did 2 times, right?
2 times, 91,
I think we need to do it continuously I think it was every 2 years or every 3 years. Whatever it is, set it up that way that it is a continuous thing. We don't need to start with all the sports this first one, right? Make we start off with just your major sports and then we add on, every time we go along, we add on a little more. That way we not overdo itself, right?
Yeah, we just like
overdo first and then we run weak and then everything collapse. Yeah.
So but that's also from my phone, they said, where would we suggest that you put a velodrome? Let me go before you. They said, Allah, find one spot for right the Marion Jones. Too small?
My problem with it is, I think cycling need to have their own thing. Velodrome should be for cycling itself. Because if you go to Marion Jones is tied into the government. So the government are wanting peace and so on. And then you have a lot of things, too much thing going on at Marion Jones.
You said that velodrome is be for private?
So the velodrome should be owned by the federation.
Okay.
So that money goes direct to cycling.
All right,
you see how FIFA got the football thing and everything go to football? We not get no other sport, not get nothing out of showground thing.
I get you. So
and you see how FIFA will do that too? Government can, that and a government, FIFA own that. That FIFA.
Yes, sir.
That is the same thing we need to do.
So velodrome might be separate then.
Yes, because you know, see, and Palace, this is why I tell you, if you look around, right, you see Trinidad and Tobago, you see I do it for them velodrome.
Sure.
Because you here, and this is how Trinidad and Tobago sell it. Trinidad and Tobago say the Caribbean don't have thing. One world class velodrome, and they build a world class velodrome, and you see the boy from Trinidad. He bad. He race, them big, worlds and all of them big races, 6-day races. I think we could beat them, but them I buy. Nothing against Trinidad.
We could beat them, Yes. They fail for Belize when they go to sprint.
Right.
We just sprint as they said.
Well,
once we say we could have punished them, we said we could have barber.
Especially you.
We could have barber when you see black and red flag. Don't go meet them about it. Man big sprinter, Belize and beat them. Either by day you could have barber, in a cat days, in a jackpot days, I think. Then they punish. But when anybody get that team, they can revive.
Remember Mr. Burns when I was with the wrong house and so? Mr. Burns used to always talk about, the old days, them days, and used to have sprinting pan barracks.
Yeah, when I mean home back.
They turn out home back, they got it up and down back. He said that, them days, I used to have match race. And I used to bring man from Jamaica and so he said, I believe us. We are dusting up, boy. Yeah, I tell you, man.
We are good sprinters, they said.
So
if you try to get medal, he have to get medal, they said, European cycling, South American cycling than in the velodrome. We that's not better than the velodrome.
That's definitely international.
Yeah, that's
not saying, and guys, I have faith that at some day before I close my eyes, somebody from here will be riding. We already have great riders in the Williams boys.
2 million BH, 2 million.
Yes, the Guatemalan
they ride
national champion. Yeah, I tell you. So and then you see,
I think Guatemala got more. Yeah, we said. The second thing, because once they become more, but Guatemala was like Mexico.
Man, Central America has history as cycling.
We got 1 record.
Yes.
We got 2 more years for 1 years.
Yes. And that's why fellas coming back to cross country. Give me your opinion of what you think we should do with cross country.
We have still cross country internationally. Cross country don't pass everywhere. I think people say about the local race. That don't really.
Well,
I don't personally think that we for because people are saying that only two people say he cross country local race and then got international race. Cross country don't got international. I think it got too far for pull that back into our beliefs and heritage and say why there is our Bayesian race and thing. And here I think in our fair business because past champions and some for past riders.
Well, so I will ride against
and finals our riders company that's how you win I think. I just think we should go back for go back I think alone beliefs and cross country to me is also taking us back in cycling as well. What do you think?
Well, my thing is this, right? I agree with you, but this is my thing, right? Because every year, and I'm tired of it, every year we come to cross country and we argue about the same thing. Who could come and who can't come and up to now.
They're not carrying again.
Yeah, up to now
we are not quite long.
Yes.
As to who are correct cross country.
Yes, it's on. The quarrel is on already, Palace.
Yeah, they still a vet. They don't need for vet for what? The man they come when they can know European tour man.
But
they are Americans and you wrong man, Caribbean. Nobody's a Caribbean. Nobody's a Caribbean. American to me at Central America. So that can if you went to Kenya or listen to South America, man start complain, but
Central America, we have to stop complaining.
We going to world?
Who are we when we go to world?
Yeah, because the world is not going
to this is right, you know. So my opinion, and this is the way I look at it. The easiest way to fix this thing so we stop all this quarreling is we get the police in and we say, Mr. Police and the ambulance and so on, how much people can we hold on the road for cross country that is safe, that we can control? Because we have to understand that we utilizing a road that yes, we love cycling and everything, but the road has to be passable for other things, right? So we have to understand that. So let's say they tell us why we could control 150 people. I say we take the 150 and we say how many registered eligible riders are here to ride. 70. I just using numbers. Don't correct 70. So that left 80. We are a member of COPASI, that is our regional body, which has I think it's 12 countries. Mm-hmm. We send out three invites. We they invite to know. We could send 3 man for come ride cross country.
Oh, what invite? What country?
The 12 members of COPASI, with our regional, where we go and meet the Caribbean game, Caribbean championships, and so on, right? So we send that out, but here this Palace, we give them a deadline, you know. We send out their inviting in October, we give them a deadline, let's say, I just using a date, November. I need you to, at the end of November, you have to send me showing paid ticket for how many riders you have, up to 3, but you could send 1, 2, or 3.
We could send 6 for only 3 go no.
No. Only 3 riders are eligible to ride. Yeah. So you could send me the names later, but I need you have to show me that you have to buy 3 tickets. Or if you only send one ticket, right? But I need that by the deadline. Solid ticket and solid paid stay in Belize.
How much really?
And then
much countries are 15 countries? 10?
I think no. I'll tell you how we are do it.
Okay.
We don't subtract out the 70 Belizean. They're eligible. So they got first bid.
Okay.
Right? Then we take COPASI. Send out invites for 3. You don't have to give me by this deadline paid thing, right? But okay, when that deadline comes, let's say that we only get out of the 12 countries and a 3 each are 36. But out of the 36, we only get confirmation of 12. So when I subtract the 12 from the 80 row we had space left what, 62 or no, 68, right? Mm-hmm. 68 more spot left. We are sent to Mexico and COPASI, same thing. And then after that, Palace, when you don't send to your regular people, then like your Skyline and people that have been good to us.
Yeah.
Skyline
Americans
and Americans that have been coming here. You're sending anything, you open it up and say, first come, first serve. You have to show ticket and accommodation stay paid by this date as the first come, the first person will show with the write off, and then when the number is done, it's done. And boss, if Tade Pogachar or one of the baddest dudes in the world want come and they pay a ticket and thing, then come.
That costs $100.
Because we going to meet them when we go to Worlds.
Yeah, we're not going to
Right? And that's how we are build the economy, because we are make people pay for come here, right?
Yeah.
We are pay for stay and the palace.
A good initiative the Minister of Tourism can take.
That's why I tell you palace, because look at this PA. You notice, if you ever go back and look at the foreigners that have won our cross country, all of them have went up a notch, you know. The next year, get power team, or they go pro, or something, all of them, because of that thing, you know, Bill Elston, on his resume, one of his highest regards is cross country win, you know. And Bill Elston ain't no little poco tempo. He win thousands of races. Bill Elston, a big announcer in America. But these are the things where they say, like, we need to start to look at.
But the federation has to play an integral role in this,
Definitely.
They have to take the lead.
They need to lead the way. They need to lead the way.
Wow.
And think so. That's the way we did it, my brother.
Bisset, before we go, when I did finish the prizes.
Oh, the station.
We could first station prize. Make a retreat quick. Bisset, the base me richer, boy.
Yes.
It
was very rich. And you know what I like, Palace? That the prizes was shared among a lot of people. It wasn't like usually one man will just take off and go in all the prizes.
I been sitting next station prize, Tabagat, the prize $1,500. Only Baptist. St. Margaret's, $250, Kent Bar Gabriel. Climb before Blue Hole, $500, driving Gonzalez. Top of Armina, Giovanni Lovo, $750 cash. Giovanni won the other one too. Climb before Belmopan, $250.
Has he run from Armenia?
Mile 36, $500, Oscar Quiros. Belize Zoo, $250 cash, just Lynn Chavarria Jr. Next climb after mile 8, Justin again. Henry Morea, because he didn't pace Bisset. He crossed the bridge to pace, but I think he win 9, even $500 cash. Justin Jr. then took away the 200 at lap 1, lap 1, lap 2. They got 200 cash on the cash. Justin win the first one and go and win the second one.
So I will tell you.
Yeah, and then they say August Friday was given by Justin Chavarria Jr. as well. They get $300. All right, they make us some more prize. They said, like, we don't call it top 10, Joe.
Yeah, we call it 10.
But I want to call it top 10 with the cash. I don't remember the cash code. But make us say the Masters. Masters 35 plus was with my Liam spot too. They have dropped quadruple.
Yes,
guys. You won 8.
Congrats, my buddy.
You have a white light. So, first,
the flying Scotsman.
You get 8, we said. You get 35 plus first place, 40 plus first place, 50 plus first place. So you got 750 for 40 plus, you got 500 for 50 plus. So in the 40 plus, he was first, Henry Morea was second, Guerrero was third. In the 50 plus, he was first, Julio Sul, Santinos was Mexican, was second, 300, and Tony went to Roque Matos of M&M Engineering. No, I try to remember where I got the prize for the that results. On the part do I prize the set? Well, I don't know. I find it.
Which prize?
The overall prize.
See,
the amount.
You know, this is something too, as we will touch upon differently, things where I think the federation needs to look at. I think if the federation would really take a hard look at the way they issue prizes, the age thing is what internationally is used. We should use that, right? I think we have kind of, the federation has taken on to that. However, I think it's unfair for you to be giving out age prizes, and let's say you give the 30 plus man 600 and you get the 40 plus only 500. The age price should be equal regardless of the age group.
So same what you saying?
Same amount. Because we ride the same distance.
Yeah, when you 40 plus got 750 and 50 plus only got 500.
You understand?
Less.
So it should be the age price should be
if you got 40, 50, 60, and I get 500.
Same price. First place, second place, third place. And the age price should be less than the last prize that you're giving out. So if you got 10 deep, the age prize should be less than the 10th prize, because all of us have an opportunity to get 2 prizes. You understand?
Because let me tell you quickly, the 10th place I'm 400. So the 40 and the 50 plus got more than 10th place.
Yes, and that's unfair because it just so happened that Liam was in the group. But I'm just saying, you understand? Somebody will come 3 minutes behind one get more than the 10th place prize. So to me, the age prizes should be less than the last prize. And thing.
So go and get 5,000. They said 5,000. Don't they cross 100 give money? Somebody said.
Yes.
Nobody give more 5,000. Nobody said 5,000. Go and get second place diving 3,000. Carlton Robinson 2,000.
Bye.
Baby Chav, Derek Charrier 1,000. Fifth place, Lovell, Giovanni Lovell 900. Sixth place, Justin Jr. 800. Seventh place, Sean Cad 700. Eighth place, Liam Schwartz 600. So Liam got 600%, 500, 750, 500.
Good deal for Liam on the bike.
Ninth place, Heno got 500, and Heno also got 2 more prizes. Heno
Second
get 35 plus, second prize, and second 40 plus.
Yeah.
Heno get money too. And 10th place, Oscar Kivos got 400.
Yeah.
There was also a U23 prize, which Goran also won. So Goran acquired 6,000.
Yes.
5 and 1.
Yes.
Goran was U23, was 1,000. Second was 500, that was Derek Charrier, and 250. I think Delton Ross was third place, U23. The juniors was 500. I had no juniors finish. That's a 5-3-2, none finished.
Only one road though.
No,
I think only one road.
You sure? Only Coxon?
Yeah, I think
only Coxon.
Only one. I think if I'm right, I think I remember.
The Masters for the plus, Liam got 1050, Heno got 450, and Greg Glover got 300. The Masters 50 plus, Liam got 500. Zul got 300, and Rocky Matos got 200. Really, Bisset.
You know,
that was a great.
All those prizes were great. That was a touchy thing that I heard about the junior. They only allowed the junior that would be 18.
Yeah, they never known.
And that's why. And that's why. See, Palas. You have to study.
I had the Coxon go right cross country.
See, we have to study.
Next year.
We have to study that because remember now you say I've kind of switched a little bit. Where first they used to limit the distance where juniors could ride, the gears you could ride, and so on. Now they are changing it and opening it up, because what is happening is these kids are being so super so early. they can't keep them down there.
Yeah.
You understand? So that's something we have to look at too. And think, but yeah, that was
that's
nice.
Kudos have to be given to the DJ Alliance team. They were the good one at the when they ride good, I'm telling you, ride good. When they ride the fool, I'm telling the fool. They ride Oscar Kiros and Lovell. Never ride.
They rode well too.
They rode well, but they never ride to me as smart as they could have been. I mean, as Oscar give up right in that tongue.
I figure out, I think Oscar must have locked up, because I saw him come over the bridge and then he just he couldn't pedal no more. So I feel like he more like cramped up or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But
similar race, and then cross country coming up in Bisset now at 20 days.
Yeah, so there's no more races for the boys. No local races.
19 to 25 days, 24 days ago for cross country. No more race for them, because
there's some guys that are going international to race too.
I think a couple guys going.
Yeah.
Driving for go, travel go. And if Kiros me international, I love it.
And yeah, you look at all of them their little training
yes,
camp
man.
worked well for
And then
them.
you forgot.
They came back and showed well.
Bubbles and Goran go somewhere too. Bubbles and Goran.
And the whole squad.
You forgot one. So cycling is making. They're going to they're not making the strides that I would want them to make.
But they're heading in the right
Yeah,
direction.
they're going in the right direction. I can't say they're going wrong.
Yeah, they're going in the right
wrong
direction.
They're going and I'm sure we said next week or whatever, as they go along and you are here, maybe we can go through the teams.
Yeah,
and
we can start doing that.
Country
And do that. Definitely.
So, next week we'll do it again, guys, and also like to big up our sponsors, Marlon Castillo Meat Shop in the Finnegan Market, the best cuts of meat. KNL Bike Shop, the Kelly and Lad Bike Shop.
Nice.
The best bike
Yeah,
shop.
Kelly and Laddie.
Anything for fix or top
Line bike. Yes, Laddie got it. Laddie got it.
Laddie got it. So
yeah, and Kelly are the man behind the shop.
Bisset, you are in the last word before we go?
Yeah, P, as usual, as you know, I can't do nothing without my big boss.
And a half. The better half, that's it.
My better half, my lovely wife Donna.
Clap.
And my keeping track data that keeps me on track, Christina. She has started to bring me with colors, so especially
after Dana got me older, you would have got away from some stuff.
No. Yeah, Christina is. She said that I want you to be around, and I had some little health issues, and she keep me to make sure that I stay within the boundaries. No? So yeah, but thanks to them, and like again, as always, thanks to you for inviting me. I mean, we've been through quite a number of things, and I think on other shows we can talk about the other sports and stuff that we have done and where we deal with, and big kudos, man. It's great to see P that Caleb has, from being the little boy running around. When I was coming tonight, I remember one time when Caleb had a birthday party. I remember the two pit bulls, Tiger and Lion. Been in the yard numerous times, and they never did nothing. When leaving the party, I don't know if you even feel like I busted on the heart, and the dog watched me, I bite on the heart of my leg. I said, boy, look. I said, when I come tonight, I feel good before I get out, okay?
Yeah, it was good times.
Yeah, yes, always good times. Always
good
times.
Along the family. I was honored to be around your family as well.
Yes, and you and my mother share birthdays. So all the time, we could never forget them, and she loved getting to meet you and everything. She always talked about you and stuff. So that's great.
So we'll have a couple shows Bisset before everything, and we'll
yes, definitely. Appreciate.
You're not sure what you're doing, because I'm not sure if
I think. Well, let me put it this way. Like I said, I don't think I'm working this year, unless something really there comes up. I think I'm going to spend time with my wife. It's been a challenging little time, and I think I've spent a lot of them now. I will see. Maybe we can work something that from wherever we are going for the East, I can do help out somehow or somewhere. I will do that, but I'm not sure if I will be on any.
But last word to the federation, besides say, almost stop that vetting fool. That vetting.
Yeah.
Give it that vetting. No vetting. No vetting.
Because and the reason why
we try to go to worlds.
Yep.
Go right against the best in the world. So why would you vet stop man Falcon? And then when we go, I don't know, we might ride against other good man. So stop that.
We only ride against one or two, if that. Yeah. And we go out to go ride against 100, 160.
170 man ride road. Yeah, pros.
Yeah, so
bring our 5 least 10 the pros, man, on top of the full man.
Yeah.
So
especially if they're paying their way to come.
Definitely.
Yes, definitely.
So thank everybody for watching the show. Continue to support.
And God bless all of y'all. Thank you.
Thanks. I always thank God for everything they said. For blessing my family and your family as well. So
I appreciate
cycling family. Continue to train. Last part of the training, be sure that you're doing the right thing, hydrated. Make sure you're eating the proper food. Make sure you're sleeping, resting, and doing your gains only finishing Bisset before cross country.
Yes. But you sharpen up,
but you could do full
and go over, and then you lose way more than you gain.
So take a lot of time. No one will do. Do the finishing touch and get ready for cross country coming in April 19th and so. I'll say good thank everyone. Like to send out big kudos, big up to JP. Enjoy. Know you're enjoying the show and stuff. So until next week, Bisset, we'll do this again. And
definitely. Thanks for having me, guys, and good night, everybody.
Respect.